Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. So I haven't got a class to go today because this is quite involved. So it's showing you how to make a calendar using the Days to Remember set. Might be easier if I go to my hands. Okay, so this currently on December, this is this one. This is this year's 2023. What's the matter with me? I can't speak. So this was using the Santa Express last year. That was my November one using the lovely gnomes. And it was October with the cats and the pumpkin pie. So I thought as we're getting nearly, well, we've only got, what, 3 weeks to the end of the year, I would just show you how to use it again. So it is an absolutely amazing stamp set. You've got all the months. I'm going to show you how to use this stamp. Amazing, whoever designed it, really, really clever. All the months, and then you've got some hearts, stars. This little one here is to highlight a date. Like birthdays and, you know, Valentine's Day and whatever, and then you've got a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4 sentiments. So it is amazing. It's great fun. So I want to show you how to use it because it is a little bit different. I would just want to show, I'm recycling, so I did all 12 months on 6 by 4 3/4. I'm pretty sure it's 6. Yeah, 6 by 4 3/4. So in metric, that is 12 by, I don't know, 15.2 probably. And I've decided, rather than, you know, go through a whole, this was January this year. It's already cut. I'm going to be standing it on my stand, so there's enough room to take it. So I'm just using the reverse. Now, obviously, if you haven't got one, you'll need to start from scratch, but you will get 2 years out of the paper, so the card, so that's amazing. So I've done January, and this little guy I cut out from the Zany Zoo, and he's kind of off the page. I should have moved him over a bit, but he's juggling snowflakes. Don't know if you can see that. He's juggling snowflakes. And this paper is from the Walk in the Forest, which is the one that Stampin' Up is donating a percentage of every, I'm not sure it's a percentage or an actual amount from every sale. So that's my January one done. Now, December is currently ongoing, so we'll put that back. Now, the ones that I've prepped to show you are July and August, because I'm using I'm kind of using cute critters, or as the Americans say, creatures. So I've got a new stamp set, The Fluffiest Friends. I've got Zany Zoo. I've got the Little Dreamers, which is the August one. And then I realised that July, I have quite a lot of birthdays in my family in July, Cancerians. So I am using by the Seaside Bay. I'm using for that. So I'm going to show you the 2 months, because you'll then see how the stamp set works, because as I say, it is a little bit different. So here was this was my July for 2023, and so I'm just going to use the reverse. Now this time I'm going with as I said, a nautical theme. So this is Boho Blue Designer Series paper. It's the 6 by 6 in colour for 2023 to 2025, and it's actually an angle. So I unfortunately had to waste quite a lot because I want it more like stripy, like a seaside look. So I've cut that with I'm not sure if it's the largest deckled rectangle. It might well be, actually. I can't tell you the mess. I mean, I've got new storage space, but I haven't had a chance to sort it out. So so that's the deckled rectangles. That's the Boho Blue. Then I've cut this piece of Boho Blue cardstock, which is going to go across probably the middle, actually, because I do want you to be able to see the Designer Series paper. So I think we'll go with the middle. And then I've got a piece of white, which is 5.5 centimeters by 12, which is 2.25 by 4.75. Okay, and we're going to stamp onto that. Going to need those 3 ink pads. I've used the Seaside Bay dies, and this is my sandy bit. So I'm going to do I've got most of it ready. I die cut my shell, put some, I don't know if you can see, it's got Wink of Stella on it. It's not really catching the light. No. And there's my crab already. I did him in, now this is a colour I never ever use, Cajun Craze. I think this is the only time I've ever used it. And this is Pebble Path, my seashell. And then a little bit of, I thought I had 2 of those actually, a little bit of some grass. So I'm going to start putting everything together and stamping, and then I will show you the calendar bit because it's pretty good. Right, so I'm going to use, oh, this reverse of that's lovely. I'm going to use Seal because my Seal Plus has run out and I haven't had a chance to replace it. All I can say is I hope you guys have had a better week than me. The sun is shining, so everything, you know, kind of feels a bit better today, but we've had one of those weeks. If I say to you leaks and boilers and toilets, yeah. I knew on Tuesday after we had the second thing go wrong, I just kept thinking what's going to be the third, and it was the boiler again. So anyway, everything's under control. It's just it's been a bit stressful, and unfortunately it's cut into my crafting time because, you know, I've had to focus on getting stuff fixed. So I'm going to pop that across there. No, actually I'll wait till we've built it, and then I'm just going to pop that on there. So I need my Seaside Bay stamp set, which, what did I do with it? Yes, I put it away. Wow, that was a bit silly of me. I was obviously trying to make some space on my desk. All I want to do is stamp some, this is supposed to be sand, I think. Yeah, so just pop it on here. Now I'm going to do crumb, whoops, might help if I put it on the right way. Should we do that? No, I tell you what, we'll do this one. So there's my crab. So this has got some seashells as well as some sand. So I'm just going to stamp this in crumb cake onto a piece of crumb cake card. Whoa. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of randomly go across there and then at the end. It's just to give it a bit of, not even texture really, but something. Oh, you'll have to excuse me because I am really not with it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend and regrouping. Basically, the boiler is not fixed. They need a part, don't they always, which they've got to order. So it'll be next week. Well, I'm hoping it'll be next week when it gets fixed. It is working, but it's, you know, doing things it shouldn't do. So this is, I'm going to have to trim that. This is going to go across the bottom here, but why don't we do the stamping? Okay, so as I said, this stamp set I think is pretty amazing if you've never seen it before. So you get this long strip, which I'm going to line up on my grid paper to get it straight. So 1 to 7. Okay, now this could be a problem. Right, let's get my iPad. I need to know, I did one wrong because I had my calendar set to 2024, went and did something else, did the next month and stamped it. I thought that doesn't look right, and it had defaulted to 2023. So never mind. So I'm going to make sure I get it right this time. Right, so 2024, and we're doing July. So the 1st is a Monday. Now, on my, where's my January one gone? On my January one, I'm using, there's two. You can use Monday to Sunday for your days of the week, or Sunday to Saturday. Now, I don't know about you, but I've always thought that Monday is the first day of the week and Sunday is the 7th. And in fact, I used to be a travel agent, and all of our timetables, day 7 was a Sunday. So I'm going to use that one, which is the, I need to put this somewhere where I can see it. Let's see if I can lean it against there. Hopefully that didn't wobble too much. Right, so again, I need to line this one up now to try and get it straight. And it's quite fiddly, it's quite narrow. No, it's not long enough. There we go. And I need the month of July. No, that's June. It's July. Okay. Now the month, the 1 to 31 days in July. 30 days have September, April, June. Yeah, so July and August 31. Also leap year next year. Excellent, extra day of the year. To play with my crafting stuff. So July, boho blue I need, because I'm going to do my month and days of the week in boho blue. Right, so let's get some space. So this is my key piece. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a very tiny piece of seal on my grid paper, and then pop my, line this up. And lining it up with the grid lines just kind of helps me get my numbers and everything straight. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the word July. Now I kind of want it high up, so I'm going to do, because I want to have my beach scene down here. So I'm going to do July to the side and try and get it straight. Oh, look at that. I've done it in Pebble Path. Silly me. Okay, that's going to have to stay in Pebble Path now. But I do want my days of the week. Actually, you know what? Let's do the days of the week in. I've done that one. Right, Monday to Sunday. And you don't want to push too hard because it's really narrow and you'll end up with ink around the side. Now I need to get this as straight as I can. Hopefully I haven't got my head in front of the camera. Okay, not too bad. Now I'm going to actually, because I did that, push that away. So I do that again. Now, what did I say? 2024 July, Monday. So you can you see? I've got 1 starts here, and then 2 starts here as well. It's really clever, whoever designed this. Now, if I turn my stamp pad this way, and day 1 is a Monday, that fits the whole week across the ink pad. It really is, whoever designed this, amazing. Now if I'd started with the 7th, like the Monday, you know, the 1st was a Tuesday, the 7th was a Monday, it would move along. So that's why I want to do August with you, so you can see, just making sure I've got enough ink. And then I'm going to line that up under the days of the week. Okay. And there you go. So now I've got some space. I'm just going to get this bit of seal off here. Okay. I'm just going to clean those numbers because August, obviously, the days and dates are going to be different. So I'll have to move that along. Right. I'll need that again in a minute. Okay, so I can pop this on here now, and I've done it so that it's end to end. You're just seeing the tip stick out, really. I want to put my, so I'm going to glue that down, and then I take it a bit higher. Yeah, a little bit. Just put some seal right along this. And then I'll trim off the excess. I haven't really used boho blue much, but actually it's really good for nautical. It's exactly the effect I was hoping to get. Right, and I can just trim that bit off at the back. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this on. Now I'm just wondering whether it's worth using the whole thing or cutting 2 strips off, because it's very, actually, yeah, I'm going to cut 2 strips. Because I want a wider bit of blue showing than I've actually cut. And it also saves a bit of cardstock for another. So what I'm going to do, need my silicone mat. I put some, just make sure they're the right way around. Here we go. Just put some wet glue. So it's a really good tip if you don't want to waste a whole, you know, want to mat and layer something, but you don't want to waste a whole, oh, just stuck my finger in that one. Let's move that out of the way. Yeah, so there you go. I've got a bit of the thicker edge there. And then I just need to bring this one back in and put a bit more glue on it because I've got it all over my finger. And try and get the same amount visible. I think that's about right. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so all I need to do now is decorate it. So I've got my grass, and I've got my shell, and I've got my other shell, and I've got my crab. So a bit more wet glue. Tuck that under there. Like that. And then I'm going to have that up on dimensionals. don't want to cover the month. This one needs a mini dimensional, which I did have out. Let's just cut one of these in half. Oh no, I've got the end bits. That's okay, that'll do. So this stamp set, I didn't actually do any colouring. I just stamped in the ink colour that I wanted, and that did the hard work for me, and then cut it out. And so here we go, we've got our crab. Oh, I think I need my shell a bit higher up. These dimensionals do peel off, roll off actually. So I'll do that, another one. So I need that to be a bit, my crab there. So I'll have my shell kind of there, that'll do. And then a couple of dimensionals for the crab. And there we go. So now all I need to do is bring back my base, and that's going to go across the middle like that. I want some blue showing. And I think I'll use tear and tape for that. I'm doing it across the join of the blue and white, and then I'll do a bit in the middle as well. Brand new roll of tear and tape. Hopefully it'll be easy to get off. I thought I had my bomb folder. Okay. Oh, you put it on upside down. Not that it would have mattered really, but. Okay. And there's my July. Might just pop a little bit of linen thread, just make a little bow. I'm sure crabs like to have a bow. So if you're still confused by the calendar stamp, I will show you again because I'm just going to do August. But really it just takes a bit of practice. You know, when I first got it, I thought, oh, what on earth do you do with this? And you know, you do a few, make some mistakes and learn by that. But I just think it's fantastic. Okay, where should we put this? I'll put this, my leaf, my grass isn't showing, so we'll pop it up there. Right, there's July. Okay, so moving on to August. I've buried it. So I'm going with my theme again still of creatures, and this is a beautiful set. It's Little Dreamers. And I realised that because my dad's birthday is the end of July, so he falls into Leo, which is predominantly August. So I thought, why not do a lion? And the Little Dreamers, we have a really cute. Now these ones are just the outline shape, so I have coloured him in just to save time, and I've used Lemon Lolly and Pumpkin Pie for him. And then I've got Blueberry Bushel and Lemon Lolly designer series paper. And this time I'm just going to stamp. So with that one I decorated, I did right across and decorated it. This time I'm going to decorate, and then we'll have the calendar that will kind of go on as the focal point with the lion floating away above him. So I'll keep that to one side. Now this is the Something Gingham in the annual catalogue, 6x6. And this is the Lemon Lolly, which is in the Subtles paper. So you've got polka dots. I thought probably the stripes would go better with the squares. I'm not sure. What do you think? No, it's kind of blinded me, that, so I'll go with that. Right, so let's get our, and this was August last year. Love that paper. I love that whole thing. That was now, do I want this side or this side? I think I'll go with this side actually. So I'm just using seal all the way down, and it's going to go top to bottom on my base card of 4, or did I say it was 4 3/4 by 6? I'll measure this in a second when I've got it down properly. Okay, this is, let's do it in the inches side, because that's what, yeah, so that should go top to bottom, which it does, and then I'll just trim off any excess, and I'm just leaving a white bit at the bottom, and I'm going to use wet glue for this. Now I'm just leaving a bit of a white trim at the side. Give that a minute to dry while we're doing the Lemon Lolly. Beautiful colour this. And this one is going to have a Lemon Lolly frame around it. Hopefully, if I can get it positioned. Yeah, there we go. And that's just going to go across there like that. And then the plan is to have the calendar down here, and he's floating away above it. So I'm going to pop that on. Now there's different levels, so I think I might do that with dimensionals actually. Oh, I didn't stick down. Do that with dimensionals just because there's different levels. And then we'll do the calendar. I have noticed since I've started using my little pot for my backings of my dimensionals, I'm not traipsing them around the house quite so much, which is amazing. Having said that, I'll probably jinx myself now. Find loads around the house. Right. So I'm just going to overlap that with the Blueberry Bushel. Should do it square on so I can see if it's straight. And again, I've got a white panel down the side. Okay, so this time I'm going to just use this bit now. August 2024. And we had July. The last day of July was a Wednesday. So the first day of August is a Thursday, which means the first Monday is the 5th. So what I have to do now is find the 5th over here. Right, I'm going to use Blueberry Bushel for this one, if I can find it. There it is. So the 5th is the first Monday. So the 5th is here. Turn my pad, line it up. So the 5th is the Monday. The 4th, 11th, 18th and 25th are the Sunday. The 5th, the 12th, the 19th and the 26th are the Mondays. So I hope that makes sense to you. And then just line this up. It's not straight. Yes, right now I'm going to try something. I don't think the lemon lolly will show up enough if I do the days of the week in lemon lolly. So I think I might use crushed curry. It'll be darker. It's still obviously a yellowish colour, but I'm hoping it will show up. I could stamp lemon. No, I'm going to stick with that, and then I'll do the month in the Blueberry Bushel. So this time, did I clean my July? This time I need August. It's very easy to lose because he's so small, July. Whoops, a daisy. That did go in that ink pad, never mind. July goes back here, and August. I don't find them terribly easy to read, actually. That's it. I think it's these swirly pattern. When you're looking at it back to front, not very easy. So August. And what have I done with my days of the week? Oh, there's my days of the week. Not sure I've cleaned that either. Getting a bit lax, the days are cool. Right. So we want, let's see, let's hope. Keep your fingers crossed, everyone. So I'm going to just line this up. I need to line it up with a piece of the grid. Just bring that down a bit. It'll be a lot easier to use the Stamparatus. So the first is a Thursday. Yep. Does that show up? I think it does. You see, lemon lolly just would not have shown at all. So that can go away. And I'll stamp the month in the Blueberry Bushel. So August, so I'll line that up again where I can stamp the August to get, I think I'll do that in the middle actually. Gosh, that's juicy. Okay, put these away and then I can put my August calendar together. We're expecting a baby in the family imminently, so I'm hoping to be using these this set to do a card, but I never do it in advance. Right, so just going to put this together. And then from the little dreamers, now these from the dies, there's no stamp. I just die cut a couple of clouds. And I stamped him, coloured him, and then die cut him. So I'll just use, no, I won't, I use wet glue because I don't want it coming off. How are we doing? Okay. So today's quite, it is really just to show you how to use the stamp set. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. But I just think this is amazing, this set, and I will carry on making myself the rest of the year. It's been around for a couple of years now, actually. I'm hoping it doesn't disappear because I just find it so useful. Saves having to buy those little calendars. But if you're not sure and you have any questions, just put a comment under the video or send me a message, and I'm happy to help in any way I can. Right, let's put this one together. So that's going to go down here. So I need dimensionals along the bottom and the right. Probably minis. Let's do these ones. No, I had a pack out earlier. Where's it gone? Oh, I cut these in half. Oh no, I've got the edges. I've got the edge. So that is going there. And that is going there. And then a bit of glue on there. And that will work well. Just trying to get the whites the same all the way around. And just pop a little bit of wet glue under here. Might need a dimensional there. Okay, so there's the base. Looking good. Love that colour contrast. So now let's see where he's going to go. He's going to be flying up there. And where's his clouds going to be? So one cloud can be over here. Or maybe the big one over here and the little one over there. That's good. That's a bit of wet glue. And he's going to come from the edge. A bit more wet glue on there, it's not sticking down. Apologies if I just stuck my head right under the camera. There we go. Just hold that for a second till it glues, till it stays down. Okay, and then he's going to be coming up from there. So we'll have that cloud about there, I think. So I'm going to need another half. As soon as I finish doing this video, I'm going to find my, it's probably right in front of me and I just can't see it. And then some wet glue. There we go. And some dimensionals on Mr. Lion, Mr. Leo. And I've given him a bit of a curve. I'm just putting the dimensionals in the middle, so hopefully it will keep him. And he's flying up from the calendar. Do you know, I think this is my favourite. It's not even my month, but I just love the little lion. But then I do like my koala in January. Okay, so that's July. And that's August. So different layout, but you saw how the days of the week, the month worked, and then choosing your day of the week. I need to redo that, I think, in Pebble Path, because it's too much of a muchness. And the January one that I have done was using Designer Series paper, which I just fussy cut the trees, and then he's from the Zany Zoo. Should have moved him over there. Okay, so that is today's Friday with Fiona. Next week we'll be back to Class to Go with the warm welcome, and I'm going to do some welcome to 2024 cards. Don't really send them, but there are a couple of people that struggle at this time of year that I know. So I think, you know, anything that can make them smile. So I will be doing that. So I'll be Class to Go next week, free with a purchase. And there'll be 3 cards as usual. I hope you have a super weekend. Thanks for watching, and see you next week, hopefully. Bye.